Now, one of my favorite exercises in the gym is the dip. We finally have dip machines in the gym, which is nice because it allows you to adjust the amount of resistance to your fitness level. The typical dips we do in the gym, we did for years in the football gyms and everything, you have to use your own body weight, and it requires quite a bit of strength. But what I like about the dip for all age groups, even my seniors, I love the dip because the dip I call the squat of the upper body. And the reason why, it just really works all the muscles around the shoulder girdle I like to call it. And it bulletproofs these shoulders. And when done properly through a nice full range of motion, it keeps the muscles around the shoulder flexible and strong at the same time. And it's a movement that's practical because this movement of dipping and pushing down in this plane is a movement we're going to use if we fall. If we fall, we're going to fall and catch ourselves and absorb that shock. So the stronger we are, the stronger our tendons are, the more we can absorb that shock if we fall. So in fact, I've got a client I've been working with for years, and we use the dip machine on a regular basis. And it wasn't that long ago, and she's in her 60s, went over the handlebars, fell, caught herself, didn't break any bones, didn't tear any muscles, had a little bit of bruising, a little bit of soreness in the shoulder, but she'll attest to it, and you'll see, she'll be using the dip machine in the gym. But even if you don't have a dip machine, I'm in my studio here in my garage, and I've got a dip rack. I can't afford all these machines in my garage, but I'll show you a variation I do using this for all my clients that come here, and even my seniors. And the movement is just standing, as you're going to see, and using my own body weight, and I can control my body weight with my legs going up and down. So what's nice about this rack, anybody can do it. And again, as you watch, what I'm doing is I'm controlling the amount of resistance into my shoulders with my legs. So I put a little bit of weight into my shoulders and drive up. A little bit of weight into my shoulders and drive up. I can actually turn around and use it this way, although we'd normally be facing into the dip rack. Now, again, what's nice about this movement, it allows you to make subtle changes in your positioning. Typically when we do dips, again, you're going to bend your knees because I'm standing, push my hips to the rear and go down. The more we lean forward into it, which is what a lot of people do, and the elbows flare out, the more we're doing what we call horizontal adduction, or a bench press or a fly movement. But with a little subtle change in your positioning, meaning I like to do it a little bit more upright, stay upright and go down, this really involves even more muscles because we're getting into what's called shoulder adduction, and that brings in the big lat muscles, you're bringing in the shoulders, the chest, of course you're bringing in the big tricep muscles you drive. So this is a nice one. You're going to go as deep as comfortable for you in the beginning, which is called our active range of motion. And as we get stronger, we use more of our body weight into it and less of our legs helping us. So I'm going to put more weight going down into it because we're stronger going down, which is our eccentric, and use my legs just as much as I need to help me push up through my shoulders, my chest, my back muscles, and tricep. So I like to stay a little more upright. That's why I call it the squat of the upper body. More upright, you're getting this movement. And if you just try doing this in tensing, you're going to feel your back muscles, your big lat muscles, chest, the shoulders are involved, tricep. This is, again, what I call the squat of the upper body for my client. It's a great exercise. And again, at the gyms, you're sitting in a machine, the handles are adjustable for in and out. You can adjust the weight so you don't have to use your legs. You put just the right weight on for you to be challenging somewhere in that area. There's no magic number, like all the exercises I preach about. Somewhere from 8 to 20 reps, anywhere in that area is going to get you muscular endurance, muscular strength. So dip, the squat of the upper body, one of my favorite movements. Just a great exercise for shoulder strength, bulletproofing these shoulders, shoulder flexibility. If you're going to the gym, try it. If you haven't used it, I have all my seniors use this too, and here's a good testimonial.
So I found Rick probably more than 15 years ago. We think now it might be getting close to 20. And I love his focus of life moves. About 3 years ago, I had a wreck on my bike going over the handlebars, and I did not break anything. I did not get hurt, and it could have been disaster. And the one exercise that's the most important to that is the squat of the upper body. And we do that religiously so that I can handle any future incidents that might come my way.